What up? GrimDarkXander coming at you with another replay for the Daily Dose, and in today's battle we'll be playing Empire against the Peasants of Bretonia. So, for our lord, we've gone with Karl Franz on Deathclaw, and look at him in all his majestic glory. And that's a sweet mount. Anyways, we've got Gull Miraz, Reikland Runefang, and Stand Your Ground, as well as Foe Seeker on him, making him an absolute beast. We got a Jade Wizard to back him up, and the Jade Wizard's got Regrowth, Earthblood, and Awakening of the Wood. We've gone with the front line of Swordsmen. I do like them in this matchup as they trade pretty efficiently with most of the other Bretonian infantry, if not do better than okay. We've got 3 Spearmen, 1 on each flank and 1 on the back, protecting our ranged assets. We have 2 Huntsmen and the Silver Bullets, and 2 Demigryph Knights Halberds. So, the reason I picked these 3 range units, because they all have stock. Bretonia tend to like to bring trebuchets to kind of shut down a lot of the ranged assets of other factions, but if you go with something with stock, they can't see it off the bat, so they've kind of got to work their way around it. So, as for my opponent, his lord is going to be Sir Alberic de Bordelot, and he's gone, looks like he's gone plain Jane on him. No, he's got Bret de Bordelot, giving him a little bit, and everyone around him's opponent first large. So, other than that, looks like he's got 2 mounted yeoman archers along with the Wardens of Montfort. He's got 2 Knights Errant, 2 Knights Errant, the Companion of Canal, which is the Questing Knight ROR, and 2 other Questing Knights along with him in a massive Vanguard. Well, not Vanguard, just like side deployment in the forest there, a little tricksy trap. And for his mainline force, he's got 3 Peasant Mobs, 2 Men-at-Arms, Sword and Board. He's got 3 Battle Pilgrims and 2 Men-at-Arms Polearms in the back, as well as a Damsel of Beast, which looks like Flock of Doom and Manticore Summons. So, let's get down to it. So at first I was like, okay, this can't be a whole army. I don't see any trebuchets, so we're clear to kind of move up. Let's open up the first thing we can, and we're going to open up on his Battle Pilgrims. Start going around with Karl Franz, trying to see what there is. Now I start seeing it emerge from the forest there, and I didn't expect this. This was like insane. I was like, oh my god. Everybody panicked. So I start pulling over my spears. I start scouting a little further back with my Demigryph Knights Halberds, making sure there's nothing behind me. And then I start seeing kind of all of it right about now around this time. So he's going to go on with his charge straight into our swordsmen. Not a bad idea. You get a lot of free value, but you got to make sure to pull back, as anything in prolonged combat, even Knights Errant, won't do well, especially with supporting fire. So, we're getting our archers and our silver bullets, opening fire on his knights, doing great damage to these Knights Errant. These Knights Errant charge right into the spears, trying to shut down the huntsmen. And right now, I'm looking at it, kind of weighing the pros and cons, being like, can I take it on? I don't know. I've got this Jade Wizard with heals, but I also, that's a lot of knights. So, it gets to the point where I'm like, alright, screw it, let's just go. So, I got my Spearman braced to that charge, and I charge him with my Demigryph Knights Halberds, as well as with Karl Franz. Pop every single buff he has, so look at all those buffs going off on everybody. Pop a preemptive heal, which I think helped me out a lot, and as you can see, we're doing quite good work. So as for the frontline fight, we've sent everybody in, but he's going to get a Men-at-Arms Polearms here on the side. We're absolutely trouncing one of them, the Companions of Canal, but they're doing great damage to my Demigryph Knights, as they are also anti-large and AP. So yeah, 3 of those guys versus 2 Demigryph Knights with Alberic. That's going to be a fight for the agents, and everything kind of hinges around this area of the battle right here. Whatever happens here will kind of decide the fate of the battle, for me at least, as he's compromising my backline now. My cannons are doing basically nothing, but I moved all my spears around. Karl Franz himself is much stronger than Alberic. What's he got? 57, 40, 440. His melee attack's nerfed right now, but there you go, 56, 43, 490. So he's better, he's got better buffs. Alberic obviously came bare bones. So we end up winning this fight. The leadership does not hold together. I pop another regrowth, looks like. Nope, or attempted to. But now it's going to get even more tricky, because my front line's kind of crumbling, so is his. But now he's gotten into my cookie jar. Got a lucky regrowth on them before they bailed. So I know, I was like, okay, I gotta chase these guys down. I can't let these knights come back, or else we in trouble. All my ranged assets are getting pinned in. So I'm gonna pull some spearmen in, and my Jade Wizard's gonna get in there as well. He charges his mounted yeoman archers right in to tie him up. That's a great move. But as soon as he sees the end, my lord essentially coming in to slap him up, he runs away, which is also the right move. So well played by my opponent. Looks like I've got some swordsmen in the back there just doing nothing. Spearmen are intercepting the battle pilgrims, and in the forest here, all of his kind of reunited questing knights here. I charged them with my Demigryph knights, and I thought I'd be able to beat them fairly handedly, but apparently not. My other one's coming in to assist. Franz is just trying to support the main line now, keep the mounted yeoman archers away from my range support, as that's going to win me the fight here, pretty much. Yeah, he's diving in now. And even, like, these guys are so weak. Even with that charge, they were struggling against the huntsmen. So, setting in some spearmen to support. And looks like, yeah, he's in here. He's tied up with some swordsmen with the Damsel of Beast, which is unfortunate. I know he was macroing a lot over here, so we'll cut him some slack there. Franz terrifies and routs all these guys just by himself, and he's still in such good health. The only thing I popped on him is Earthblood, so he's nowhere near his healing cap, which is fantastic. It'd be better if he had some sort of regen. But yeah, okay, so we won the fight in the bushes, but at a cost. We lost a lot of demis and a lot of health off a lot of demis, but luckily we have a Jade Wizard. I was kind of out of ammo, or out of Winds of Magic, but you know, you can always regen those super slowly. So, Franz is coming in, breaking the man-at-arms, and with that, it looks like it's going to cause a chain rout. And there goes the Bretonnian army. So, let's take a look at the stats and kind of break down the game and how it went. So, my build, fairly simple. Like I said, I went with the Huntsmen and the Silver Bullets for their stock ability. The Great Cannon just to counter if they did bring anything. And it's also good against Knights, so it's dual purpose. Can take out Trebuchets, can take out Knights. Demigryph Knights with Halberds? Nah, I don't know. I know. But anyways, let's go through this one at a time. So Franz, 1456 damage value. Not too bad, but he was pivotal with those buffs. Buffing up those Demigryph Knights and taking out Alberic, also doing a ton of damage. Absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. He did very well in this fight. Jade Wizard did okay. It was kind of just like a heal block, but that's fine. He was able to intercept a few of the men-at-arms and peasant mobs that got through. Spearmen did fairly well. Let's see the damage value. 808, so that's fantastic. 343, 222. So this one was stuck in with some knights for a very long time, but they did fantastic. Any sort of anti-large infantry protecting the back in this kind of battle will do very well. Swordsmen, they did okay. Yeah, these are all... Don't let the kills deceive you. These are mostly on peasant mob, but they did do some great damage, so... Anyways, they did well in the front line. You can't expect Bretonnia to be winning any front line fights, especially with their peasants, but, you know, swordsmen are just a step up from that. Huntsmen, they did okay. These ones did well, and the Silver Bullets did well. They were kind of being hunted for most of the fight. If I was able to stabilize them and the fight went on a little bit longer after that, I think they would have done better. But, anyways, Demigryph Knights, great damage value. Not completely sold on this unit, though. Like, with the help of the Jade Wizard, they were able to win those fights, but if I hadn't brought a Jade Wizard, I don't know if they would have won that at all. I think they might have actually lost. I'm fairly certain they would have lost a couple times. Luckily, they had Franz at pretty good health that I could have hopefully rectified that situation. But anyways, I've got to do some more testing on these guys. Not completely sold on if they're a good unit or not. Great Cannon did okay. It forced them into me, or to come to me into my defensive formation, and then got shellacked. So it did what it could. Alberic de Bordelot, 714 damage value. He did okay. I think his crucial mistake was just getting everything in one giant blob. Where I have, you know, my low model count units with a healer, and I was able to just kind of out-grind him, because he did not have any heals. The Damsel, yeah, Beast 205. Dropped a couple good Flock of Dooms, but nothing crazy. Peasants got smacked. Battle Programs and the Men-at-Arms did okay. This one got 105 kills. And that's on like swordsmen and spearmen, so they did well, but for the most part, his front line held. But as soon as all of his knights and Alberic were gone, I think the fight was kind of called from there. Mounted Yeoman Archers, he did very well with them, charging them in where he could. Good micro on them. As I said, I think the downfall of the battle was just that giant blob fight without sufficient healing. But anyways, well played to my opponent. It was an excellent game. It was a fun one. I really enjoy that matchup. I think it is quite even. So, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, drop a sub if you feel like it. If not, no problem. If you got any problems with the video, let me know down in the comments, and I'll be sure to try and amend those issues for you guys. So, have a safe day, and I'll see you.